Oh, hi. I'm a smart investor. I dare say that because I understand the cryptocurrency markets and I am up to date on every new development, fintech and blockchain ecosystem. All because I watch the Inside Blockchain show on Cryptotvplus. Every Monday morning, Cryptotvplus brings you news headlines of top stories, interview with an expert, and give you detailed market analysis to enable you make the right business moves. Now you too can become a smart investor if you don't miss it. The Inside Blockchain Show, only on Cryptotvplus.
Are you there? It's your boy. No, sorry, it's your daddy, Mr. Macaroni. Keep watching Cryptotvplus if you want to be doing well, especially. You get me now? Alright, you're doing well.
Hello and welcome to the program. This is Inside Blockchain, live from Cryptotvplus. I am Bobby Andike. And today's edition of the Inside Blockchain will be taking a closer look at some individuals who have done remarkably well in the blockchain ecosystem. Now, the technology ecosystem is constantly searching for innovators who will make a change and build scalable products that can thrive in the face of an ever-changing world. Now, such individuals have constantly found the need to build scalable products and products that people can use to make processes efficient and easy. Now, one of such individuals is no other person but Franklin Peters. But before I bring him to your screen, we'll go on a short break. Stay with us.
Don't get stuck in the past. Get all the latest news and happenings on blockchain and cryptocurrency only on Cryptotvplus.
Hello, my name is Chiki and I'm the Bull of the Bullet.
Keep watching Cryptotvplus.
Don't touch that. Peace.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Inside Blockchain, live from Cryptotvplus. And as I mentioned before we went on a short break, today we'll be talking to a very remarkable individual. His name is Franklin Peters. Franklin Peters is a computer scientist, a business mentor, a finance coach, a blockchain expert, and an entrepreneur, as well as the founder of BoundlessPay. Now, through his company BoundlessPay, which is one of the fastest growing blockchain startups, he has created alternative payment solutions. He has been featured in Techidia Mini MBA, FinTech Nigeria, and other intelligence series, and regularly shares insights on blockchain and its impact on future finance. Franklin, you're welcome to the Inside Blockchain.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you know, this is more like the third time you're appearing on the Inside Blockchain and, you know, physically in person.
Yeah.
I'd like to say it's an absolute pleasure to have you here, you know, all the way from Dubai. You still made our time to join us here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so how are you feeling today?
Yeah, great. Happy to be in Lagos once again.
Yeah.
It's been quite a while, you know, since I left Lagos. And first of all, I was greeted with showers of rain. And then, of course, hold up.
Okay, yeah. You know, just like they say, Lagos is beauty in the chaos.
Yeah,
it's inevitable.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't avoid the hold up.
The energy here is amazing, right? You know, it's the spirit of the energy that you contact here. Someone said that if you don't do well in Lagos, you won't do well anywhere. Exactly. If you do well here, then be sure you'll do well any other place. Exactly.
You couldn't have said it better. So let's just get right into the conversation for the day. Now, I believe the people out there who already know you, or those who are still, you know, have that desire to get to know you better. So how would you define Franklin Peters? And by definition, I mean, what drives you as a person?
All right, so the guy Franklin Peters, myself, is a business person, right? That's the way I would like to, you know, describe myself as an entrepreneur.
Okay.
I remember growing up and hearing the word entrepreneurship for the first time. First, it was difficult to pronounce.
Most French words are usually very difficult to pronounce.
Yeah, you know. So little did I know that, you know, the journey itself would be difficult as well, same way the name was. But of course, the good thing is that when I learned that word, I also learned that it was going to be a difficult journey. The person that explained entrepreneurship to me took time to break it down. The fact that you are going to be a burden bearer.
Okay.
You're going to be someone who have to be patient.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're going to be someone who have to, be willing to fail over and over again to be able to achieve what you want to achieve. And I've studied the lives of several entrepreneurs back in the days, the ones that came up with the electric bulb, electricity, and the rest. Some of them tried like 1,000 times before they came up with the prototype that worked, and I've changed the face of the world today, right?
Yeah.
And I told myself I'm willing to do this. We only have one life to live, but what makes the difference is the impact you're able to make before you leave, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm willing to do something. I like to say it this way, right? Find something you are willing to die for and live for it.
Oh,
That's one thing that drives me as a person, as an entrepreneur, as a business person. So yeah, this is me. I'm the founder and CEO of Boundless Nexus Limited. One of the many companies I've built in the past. I've built several companies. Many gained traction. Some of them died on arrival. But at the end of the day, we keep building.
Yeah, exactly. You couldn't have said it better. Simply fascinating. And don't mind, he's just trying to keep it modest. He missed out a very, very big part of his introduction. He is a millionaire. I think that's even stepping it down a little bit. He's a billionaire as well.
Wow.
So now let's talk about, how did this all start? How did you, what was your eureka moment, when you made that decision that I want to build a scalable product, I want to make an impact, I want to make a change.
Yeah.
And specifically talking about the Boundless Nexus Limited. When did you get that moment of inspiration, to make a change?
Yeah, eureka moments don't happen in a snap of a finger. It has to be preceded by some experiences you might have had in the past, right?
Okay.
In 2009, 2010, I used to have a blog. I made some money in the blog. I couldn't cash out. That was the first problem, right?
Yeah.
In 2013, I tried to send money to China for someone. I couldn't succeed because of the bad system, the way the system works, the remittance system from Africa to China.
Difficult.
I couldn't succeed with that.
Okay.
Then in 2015, I tried to buy my first Bitcoins, and I couldn't succeed as well for similar reasons. Yeah. I just told myself, this is a problem and it has to be solved, right?
Yeah.
As a scientist, one thing that scientists are known for is bringing solutions to known problems. So the eureka moment was when I couldn't buy the Bitcoin. Matter of fact, I was scammed. I tried to buy from someone, P2P, from a WhatsApp group. I sent money to the person. Over time, the person was delivering. At some point, he stopped responding to me. So I needed to help people avoid such situations. And I also needed to help people send money across the world easily. Yeah. And the eureka moment exactly was when I sent like close to $1 million in one single transaction to somebody, and I was charged less than $1. Wow. You understand?
Yeah,
so if there is a solution, if there is a technology that could do that, then there is a future in it, right? So that was when I told myself, I'm building this. Like, I'm building a platform that is going to have an exchange. You could send money globally. You could make payments, and it's going to be built on the blockchain.
Well, that's fascinating. When you mentioned that you're computer scientist, I was actually looking forward to you showing up in a lab coat with some cylinder glasses and all that. But it's quite remarkable what you've managed to. I wouldn't use the word manage, what you've successfully built over time. So I understand that you're one of the speakers at the just concluded Binance Blockchain and Cryptocurrency Awareness Tour, which held in Enugu on the 4th of June. And you spoke about crypto utilities, cross-border payments, and remittances. So how well do you think this message of blockchain and cryptocurrency has been received by the Southeast specifically?
I would say it's massive. It was massive, first of all. When I grew up in Enugu, right? Oh, okay. I was born, I was brought up in Enugu before I moved, right? And the experience I had, because first of all, I was doing seminars and webinars for blockchain or cryptocurrencies back in the days before I left. Yeah. And most of the places I went to, churches, gatherings, and I talked about cryptocurrencies, people said it was scam. It was one of those internet shams. and shortly afterwards, people were hit by the MMM problem. So it kind of, elaborated and confirmed what their fears was.
True.
So only for us to go back or come back in 2022 BCAT, and we saw the massive turnout of over 7,000 persons. Right.
It was overwhelming. That's just the word to define it. Yeah.
So I believe that people have started accepting the reality of blockchain, the reality, the fact that it's the future, right?
Yeah.
And right after that event, because a lot of people came because of me. Some people came from Abia State, from Port Harcourt, from neighboring cities.
When they heard that the blockchain oracle would be in attendance, I mean, who wouldn't want to attend?
Yeah, So they all came, and right now most of them are starting communities in their locations, because of what they learned. Not just because of what I said, but because they saw young people who were CEOs and entrepreneurs and building solutions, the likes of CEO of Zen Finance, Mr. Tony, and other people. So
and yourself as well.
Myself, So when they see that it's not like elderly people with fat belly, coming to say, this is like a new dispensation that has a whole lot of future ahead of it. Okay. So they were challenged. So I feel like the East is waking up.
Okay.
I did a research just before BCAT, and I realized that there were clusters of people who were doing cryptocurrencies, but some of them didn't even know each other. They didn't know that the next person was doing crypto. They were
there was no correlation.
Yeah. So one of the things that BCAT kind of achieved, in my opinion, is bringing some of them together and helping them to understand that we can do this together.
True. And I'm sure some people, that must have been their first time to actually see you in person.
Yes.
Oh, that's remarkable. So we still have other things to talk about, but we'll go on a quick break. We'll just take a short breather. Stay with us.
Hey guys, welcome into the Metaverse on Cryptotvplus. In today's video, we're going to be taking a portal into the Reveland Metaverse. Let's do this! Developed by ChainX Games, Reveland is a blockchain-based multiplayer online battle arena MOBA game where players can gather friends to form a team, fight with others, and earn token rewards for their individual skills or team collaboration. Reveland's gameplay is designed to combine players' individual skills and teamwork to challenge themselves in a variety of game modes.
Hello, my name is Chiki and I'm the Bo of the Bullet.
Keep watching Crypto TV Plus.
Don't touch that. Peace.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Inside Blockchain live from Crypto TV Plus, and I'm still here with Franklin Peters, the Chief Executive Officer of BoundlessPay. BoundlessPay is a cryptocurrency cross-payment remittance platform, one of the fastest growing in Africa or even on a global scale, if I can put it that way. So Franklin, it's been an absolute pleasure having you join us here, at the Crypto TV Plus studio. Now, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit.
Okay.
So now, prior to BoundlessPay, I understand that you led a tech startup, a cryptocurrency or blockchain startup, if I can put it that way. It was called BITFXT.
Yeah.
BITFXT. Now, I understand as well that you successfully raised over 5 billion naira from seed Series A, funding.
Yeah.
But looking at the present situation, we haven't heard much about that startup. So what happened, in between?
All right. So BITFXT was an exchange, right? I started building it in late 2016, early 2017. So the goal of the exchange was to have a platform where people could trade fiat currencies against cryptocurrencies, right?
Okay.
Before then, I think the first platform I traded in, I forgot the name of that one. I usually forget that one. But the second one was BITREX. So many current cryptocurrency traders today may not know about BITREX. Everybody's now using, the bigger tech exchanges. So in BITREX, you trade Bitcoin, Satoshi against other coins.
Okay.
Right? Satoshi against Ethereum, and it was a barrier getting new people to understand how to trade, because I was teaching people how to trade then as well. And so my goal was to build an exchange where people could deposit with fiat, like Naira, and then trade it against Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So at every point in time, they know they have 10,000 Naira, they know they have 20,000, 100,000 Naira, and not kind of converting from Satoshi to dollar and then from dollar to, Naira. So, and then of course in the platform, they could deposit and withdraw directly to their local bank accounts. And as at then, it was easy to work with banks because we had some APIs that enabled the deposits and withdrawals. And so that was what we built, right? So towards 2019, we really, towards 2019 ending, right? We grew, like we had like so many users, people we are trading, and it was becoming like beyond my own capacity. I had to start reaching out to VCs to see how we could get funded to be able to maintain what we had on ground. And so one of the numerous VCs we reached out to was the ones that eventually
raised the 5 billion.
Yes, of course. Yeah, so it was like $50 million, right? And then the funding process was ongoing. You know how the procedures.
Exactly.
First of all, you have to get what we call letter of intent. Agree to it, do some NDA, and then keep moving from there until you get to the final stage where the funding is done. So how the funding was done was a good percentage of the funding was what we call equity swap. Equity swap means they are not paying cash for the entire sum, right? So they are paying with their equity. So whatever their company is worth, they're using the partial, like some amount of that to purchase your company and then give you cash for maybe marketing, for growth, and for money in the bank, right? So we concluded with all those things, and then the publicity was made. Everybody knew we were funded, basically.
Yeah, it was on one of the prominent websites. I wouldn't mention the name.
So it was all over the place. So when we were finishing the final touches and everything, there was a clause, right? Some aspects of the funding we were still debating, right? Which was going to take me out of the scene.
Who was debating? You, the
my
VCs?
legal team and the VC, which was going to take me out of the scene. Like I'm not going to be able to build or run or maybe partner with a blockchain, a similar blockchain startups or company generally for at least 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah, right? So I was going to be with them for a period of time to keep running the company. But then if I'm no longer with them, I cannot build, innovate, or do other things. I mean, the scene is the ecosystem is very young. In the next 10 years, I don't think there will be enough opportunities anymore for so many persons, right? For builders, basically, because most tech builders now would have taken advantage of, built a lot of things. So in the next 10 years, I don't think this scene is going to be the way it is today.
True.
So we tried to get those things sorted out, but it wasn't working out. And then, I had to pull out. I don't want to, tell too many stories. But then I had to pull out. I had to step out I had to leave the money on the table, and I tried to, because I already had the BoundlessPay innovation ongoing. Prior to then. So it means that I won't build BoundlessPay. You understand? And one of the things that helped me to make that decision was that the direction that we are going with the funding, after the funding, because there's what we call pre-funding, funding, and post-funding activities, right? So the post-funding activities, was going to be them changing the direction of the company from the cryptocurrency exchange it was originally built for to something else. You understand? And that something else is not something I want to continue with. So I knew I would have
even taken you out of the picture.
Exactly. So there were lots of uncertainties. You understand? So I pulled out, and in pulling out, it didn't stop the expenses or the expenditures the company was already incurring, server-wise, user base that kept growing.
Yeah.
You know, I had to, you know, it was heavy for just one person to keep managing. So I had to, you know, and then it wasn't long for CBN now said that banks
yeah,
that.
So
that restriction they put on banks took out our unique selling point. You understand? Our unique selling point was easy deposit, easy withdrawal,
from
fiat,
CFI to DeFi.
exactly. Yeah. So with that, I mean, we're out of business basically.
Yeah, I understand.
So yeah.
Well, that's very interesting. Very, very interesting expose from the CEO of BoundlessPay.
Yeah.
So you've heard it all exclusively on Crypto TV Plus. So Franklin, let's talk a bit about the most popular or the most searched word in the cryptocurrency space right now.
Okay.
The dip, the crash. It's on every headline. Every crypto influencer, every crypto OG in quotes is, you know, a lot of people are giving predictions and, you know, what have you. Now we've observed that Bitcoin has hit a threshold. I think in the early hours of yesterday or early this morning, it hit about $20,000. Ethereum is almost close to $1,000.
It was less than $1,000.
Exactly. You know, BNB is shuttling between 200, 230.
199.
You know, so a lot of them have faced varied forms of downtrends and crashes, and this begs the question: what is the hope for investors, traders, and even the hodlers? You know, those that they are referred to as the diamond hands. What is the hope for them?
Yeah.
You know, the last time we had sorry to cut you short. The last time we had this conversation, you made a very strategic explanation. You said once every 10 years, there's usually a financial market. You know. So is it applicable in this case because it's falling, like it's falling too much, and people are losing money. So what is the hope for investors?
Yeah, the last time I was on Inside Blockchain, I remember I said this. Yeah. And Bitcoin was somewhere around 40K. 39K.
Yeah, 30 something. Yeah.
And I had, aside from Inside Blockchain, I've had several I think webinars where I started talking about this when Bitcoin was 45K. I told people to watch out for Bitcoin below 30K and maybe towards 19.8.
So that means you saw it coming?
Yeah, of course.
So because we'll hold you liable. We'll hold you liable for the crash.
I mean, it's very simple, right?
Yeah.
Every 10 years, like I said, then there is usually, market, boost,
cycle,
and then, burst.
Yeah.
And it's normal. It usually happens, right?
But frankly, it's like this time around, it's getting out of hand.
It just have to, maybe because you didn't see the one of 2008, did you? Did you experience? Were you in the financial market? Yeah. I also wasn't in the financial market in 2008. Yeah. I was just blogging and doing some other things. I wasn't in the market. But those who we saw it, we experienced it maybe by effects like spending money. We noticed that things became more expensive.
Exactly.
A loaf of agege bread became like double the initial cost, right? So that's what we are just experiencing now. When the market is bullish within the 10-year bullish period, what happens is that people have excess money, right? They have enough to take care of themselves, to solve their needs, and they have some extra that they look for where to invest it into. And that's where alternative investments like Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies come into play. So you see people putting money in cryptocurrencies, putting money in real estate and in precious materials.
So there are some experts that even predict that some investors are actually holding Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation.
Exactly.
Looking at the current situation of things,
it's not
advisable.
Yeah. So that is what we are seeing now. In the next 10 years, like I had a session yesterday, I have another session coming up this Friday. Expect this to last for a period, right? Generally, the entire financial market is going to have a very serious downturn, even beyond what we are seeing today, right? Over the next couple of years before it starts, coming back up.
So that means we should brace for impact then.
100%.
Oh my God.
For cryptocurrencies, I reckon it's going to bounce back faster
than traditional markets.
Yes, because when these kind of things happen, countries go into debt, serious debt beyond like more than before, right?
Yeah.
And in countries like ours, you'd see them restricting FX. If you had dollars in your bank accounts, they may want to stop you from accessing it. So if you had dollars in your bank account, they would give you naira in exchange. They will tell you, okay, you had $10,000, we'll give you the naira equivalent, and they will determine the exchange rates they will give you the money at.
Yeah.
So even though you were hedging your money in dollars, you would lose it, because I mean we have 3 exchange rates in Nigeria: black market, parallel market, and official rate. So they will pay you an official rate, and that is it. Even so this is what we are going to see within the period of time. But it's still every financial advisor. I'm not an advisor,
okay,
right?
so this is not a financial
it's not
advice.
A financial advice, yeah.
Okay.
Will tell you that millionaires are made in bad markets, like in the bear markets, right?
Okay.
But the only way you can take advantage of that is if you are not fully dependent on cryptocurrencies, or in the market you are trying to make your millions out of.
Okay.
If you had other things you're doing, or if you do not have, this is
like other alternative streams of income.
Yeah, alternative streams of income. So you need to start now to get yourself some side hustles, some alternative streams of income, from where you can now pull funds and invest in these fallen markets. So you are buying the dip, you are buying it at a discount, because we all know that after the rain comes the shine.
Wow, that's interesting. You've heard it all from the blockchain oracle himself. He's live on Crypto TV Plus, and he has advised that we all should brace for impact. Am I right?
100%.
Exactly. So we have one more thing to talk about, but before we do that, we'll go on a quick break. Stay with us.
Starting your NFT journey begins with a step. You remember, imagine I take a picture of my hand. Oh yeah, explaining what NFTs are. Then you're ready to take the next steps to maintain your own NFT. I officially welcome you to the NFT community. To start off, it is required you determine what unique digital assets you want to turn into an NFT. It can be a custom painting, picture, music, video, game, collectible, meme, GIF, or even a tweet.
Hello, my name is Chiki and I'm the Bo of the Bull.
Keep watching Crypto TV Plus.
Don't touch that dial. Peace.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. This is Inside Blockchain live from Crypto TV Plus, and I am still here with Franklin Peters, founder, CEO, BoundlessPay. BoundlessPay is a cross-border and remittance payments app, a blockchain startup. So Franklin, it's been fun. It's been very engaging having this conversation with you live on the Inside Blockchain show. Yeah. So before we let you go, I just want to talk about one little thing. So on your Twitter handle, that's at B_Oracle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys can check him out and follow him at B_Oracle. So you pinned the tweet, and I quote, you said, "Get deeper into the space of NFTs and the metaverse.
Yeah.
2021 was only an introduction. 2022 will bring more clarity to the new realm of tech."
Yeah.
Now, Frank, in addition to the massive crypto adoption and tech innovation we've seen over time, we've equally seen some bad players, wreak havoc in the system, just like the recent NFT insider trading, platform scam. So, now, why should I care about NFTs or the metaverse? Why should anyone care?
Okay, so I'll tell you a little story. I went to Abuja for a meeting. I was in Transcorp Hilton, and I was supposed to stay for like 2 days.
Okay.
And then there was an announcement that there's a lockdown, national lockdown. That was in 2020, right?
Okay. The COVID-19
lockdown.
Okay.
So I spent about 6 months in Transcorp Hilton.
6 months?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, So I was there, and the whole lockdown was there. I was with my friend. We were bored out, but business had to continue, right? And we were talking. That was just before the whole metaverse and NFT stuff. And he's like a tech person as well. So we're just discussing, like, what can someone build that would help people to feel like to not feel alone, right? Working at home, like we were kind of introspecting into what the future of work was going to be.
Okay.
So most of the work we did was from Zoom. You know, we had meetings, and sometimes we were like the whole day. My team in different places would join on Zoom, and would spend like the whole day on Zoom. And I think that period when every other tech startup was dumping, Zoom was pumping. Zoom became one of the most valuable companies that period. So little did we know that we are actually talking about something like Metaverse, right?
Okay.
Because right now, what the Metaverse is building is more like a platform where people would have a sense of presence. So like you put the Oculus glasses or any other kind of VR platform on, and you feel like you're actually with the people around. You are doing everything without really having the need of stepping out from your home. So I feel like the future of work is going to be beyond Zoom. It's going to be something that you have to enjoy more, feeling the presence of people even though they are not there. And if you follow the trend with what's his name, Bill Gates and some other people who are talking about the future of work, predicting more situations like coronavirus coming up, you will know that in the next 10 years we may have similar lockdowns. In fact, somebody predicted that working with people in offices like this is going to be like a treasure. Okay. It's going to be a treasure. Past, yeah. It's going to be a treasure in the future. You know, being in gatherings and meeting with people will be like a treasure. People will be looking for
something rare.
Yes. So, but in every innovation, there are going to be bad actors and bad players as far as there's money involved. You know, so a lot of people have also built, scam metaverse platforms,
and they're still building.
And they're still building. So what we need to do is educate our communities and our friends and tell them like this: when you see this red flag, avoid. You see this, don't be part of it. Try to make your research and don't just jump on anything that tells you you're going to double your money overnight, right? Yeah. Now NFTs, like are should I say, things within the metaverse that makes metaverse make sense, if I should put it that way, right? Yeah. Right now, people are buying NFTs like pictures. They don't really understand the use of those NFTs, but most NFTs have real use cases within metaverse, right? And there are some NFTs that have use cases outside the metaverse, like there's one that you just walk or run and you make money. Move to earn. NFTs. So those ones have use cases in the real world. So there are good ones and there are bad ones. The only thing we can say is if you are getting involved, make sure you learn first, understand the pros and the cons, know how to choose the ones you want to be involved in, and then save yourself.
Okay, but the thing is, that's quite very, very apt. The thing is, over time we've seen more bad players. We've seen a lot of people get wrecked, in this space, than people who actually benefited financially, and that's why talking about the metaverse, a lot of skeptics actually say that they think it's just a buzzword, that nothing can replace human connection, physical connection, as opposed to augmented reality, putting on your headset. And when you take a look at I wouldn't want to mention the brand, but there's this particular metaverse VR headset. Now there's a warning on the package. There's a warning that says cancer and one other ailment. So why would someone prefer to be in the metaverse knowing that this particular headgear can actually affect your health? Why would someone prefer to be in that metaverse as opposed to reality?
First, you know that everything has a disadvantage. Everything that has an advantage has a disadvantage as well, right? Even the food we consume has some side effects, but the side effects should be less than the positive impact it makes in our body. So that's on the side. Nothing can replace human connection in any way.
Just like we're here.
Yes, you understand. I'm enjoying this more than the virtual
online,
world, you understand?
So
but the problem, like I opined, like Bill Gates would opine, is that in the future, like now they're talking about monkeypox or something.
Oh yeah.
So contagious diseases breaking out because of human activities and stuff's happening all over the world will leave you with no choice than to
Stay
give
away.
way. You understand? Stay away. But then while you are staying away, should work end?
No.
Should social communication end? Those things should continue happening. You understand? But now, instead of just typing in front of your laptop, how about you having something that could help you experience it even though you're not there? So it's not like they are creating it to just remove human connection because of technology. No, they are creating it because there's going to be a need for it in the future. And if you have watched several sci-fi movies in the past, you would realize that 80% of the things we watched when we were kids in sci-fi movies have happened.
Yeah, have happened.
You
True.
understand?
True.
So they are kind of telling us that there is a future we don't know. There are powers that be. These guys, they know a lot. You understand? In the next 20 years, you will understand why they are creating it now, because they know it's going to have a use in the future. Let's just have that in mind.
Yeah, that's the Oracle. The Oracle said there are powers that be. Simply fascinating. You couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
So one more thing before we let you go. So still on the blockchain and cryptocurrency awareness tour, Binance BCAT Africa 2022. When I asked you how well do you think the message was received by the Southeast, now we understand that there is also a forthcoming African edition of the BCAT, which is tentatively slated to hold in Uganda. So looking at the impact that this conference has had, over 7,000 people in attendance, and a lot of testimonies, a lot of good things to people are saying about that conference. What do you think is the future for blockchain, cryptocurrency in Africa? And now, before you answer that, bear in mind that while we are still pushing for the adoption, there are some governments, specifically the Nigerian government. We've seen over time how much they try to stifle innovation. They try to stifle blockchain as a technology. How well do you think we can actually achieve this massive adoption and at the same time, get into a roundtable agreement with the government? How well do you think we can achieve that?
Yeah. First of all, when you start, they're going to laugh at you. They're going to try to stop you. And when they see they can't stop you, they join you. That's how innovations have always been.
But it doesn't look like they have plans of joining anytime.
They're going to join. They don't have a choice. They don't have a choice. When internet came out, before it even came out, they did things manually and they were used to it. They already created systems that aligned with the manual processes, right? Okay. So it was difficult for them to even accept that this was going to work. But eventually,
it works.
30 years later, everybody's using the internet, right?
True.
So now the problem is that they have aligned themselves with a different way of doing things. It's difficult to, get this one into the system. But with time, they will start understanding, when Bitcoin came out, it was just Bitcoin. 5 years later, there were altcoins. Today, we are talking about NFTs.
Meme coins and shit coins.
We're talking about NFTs and Metaverse. Yeah. So there's going to be something that would still come out within this space that would, we are in. You understand? And if they're going to be in, they can't be in with one and not be in with the rest.
True.
You understand? So it's just a matter of time. In the next 10 years, I believe that, look, the whole of last year and this year has been SEC, Gary Gensler, and several other people in the Senate talking about cryptocurrencies and how to get. So that we have not heard or seen the impact of some of those things doesn't mean things are not being done.
Okay.
Things are being done, but when, if it's the Bible, they will say
at the appointed time.
Of time.
Amen to that, brother.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, the blockchain oracle, Franklin Peters. Thank you for joining us on the show. I must say it's been an absolute pleasure. I know I speak for all the viewers out there, that it's been an absolute pleasure once again to have you join us at the Cryptotvplus studios. Thank you so much, Franklin.
Thank you, Bobby.
Yeah, to enjoy the rest of your day.
All right, you too.
Yeah. And that will be all on today's program. Check out our website, cryptotvplus.com, to get more market updates and trends captured within the world of blockchain and cryptocurrency. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at CryptoTVPlus and on Instagram at official CryptoTVPlus to get daily info on our programs. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any video. If you have any questions about the program, join us in the comment section below. Thank you for joining me. I'm Bobby and Edike. See you next week.